Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd. I was out and about today. Um, just came from a gathering at my cousin's house. It was nice. I'm glad I went. But all day I had been thinking about these four little words that I hear every now and again. I hate it here. I have fully taken on that expression for myself in recent days. I hate it here. Like, oh God, this world is so mean and ugly and hard and savage and unforgiving. It's so evil. That scripture comes to mind. The whole world is lying in power of the wicked one. It is so obvious. Like, now more than ever, it's just so, I see it every day, all day. Another thing I've been thinking about a lot is people who commit suicide. Like, in recent months, I've been hearing about situations where people have just gone and said, you know what, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more, basically. And it's like, when you hear about their last day or their last words or whatever, it sounds so thoughtful and rational and so like they considered it and they reviewed all the factors and came up with the conclusion that anywhere is better than here. Like, I don't know what you believe in, what your faith is, your religious history or whatever, but whether you believe in heaven or Valhalla or the resurrection or whatever you believe in, whatever you think happens after death, it's gotta be better than this, right? And I know there are people who would argue that, life is good and every day is what you make it, and there's so much to be thankful for and so many things that are good about it. And that's all true, but you gotta just, like, put yourself in somebody else's shoes on occasion and be like, what must they have been thinking or feeling? And I've realized that most people are unable to do that. That's part of why I hate it here. Like, I know, well, let's just talk about what it really is about today. It's about me, okay? So, I'm going through some challenges over here. Is Nobody would really understand because, looking in, it looks like one thing, but it's not. It's not that. For example, I went to court on Thursday. Got my ass kicked, as my father say. I got my ass handed to me. It was terrible. I was berated. I could see the contempt on the judge's face and hear it in his words when he spoke to me and about me. The court accepted the lies of the plaintiff. Like, okay, with very little fight or challenge or anything. It was like, okay, it makes sense. Their lies made more sense than my truth. And I knew going in that my truth was a little hard to understand and hard to process, but still, it was the truth. And anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I lost, and it's going to cost me a pretty penny no matter what I do. So I got three pretty shitty options to consider about my next move. That's not justice. That's not fair. It's not impartial. It's just bad, okay? Then I've been trying to, I don't know, I guess learn how to be a parent to adult children, because this is all kind of new. Like, my two adult children have basically been with me for way more years than they've been around. I mean, away from me. So, like, I guess the oldest one might have spent a total of a year and a half, not under my roof. And that other one has been not under my roof for maybe a couple of years. But he's always been back and forth, so it's hard to count for that one. But, it's just this adult parenting is different. Like, even with my youngest, I have fully accepted now that I can't really affect any of their lives. Well, I'm not gonna say that. That's not exactly fair, but I really feel like I don't have much to teach them or to impress upon them at this point. It's like they've gotten all they're gonna get from me. The rest they gotta get from the world or from hitting the wall and the floor and life. I can't give them any more than I already have. It's like I laid the foundation and I just look at each of them and I feel like they couldn't be farther from the path that I tried to put them on. So, that sucks. Like one of my kids basically told me in a few different ways at different times that I'm pretty much worthless as a parent. Like, wasn't good then, ain't good now, don't have no use for me pretty much. Another kid is just like offended every time I say anything. Um, it's tough. I want to just, like, everything in me, my fight or flight response says, just go somewhere where you can't even get in the car and go see where they are or help them or find them or fix them or whatever. Just go somewhere where it's just not even an option to be there. You know what I'm saying? Just, okay, you do your stuff and maybe we'll talk, maybe we won't, but I can't. I have finally gotten to a point in my life where I accept me. I am okay with me. And now people want me to behave in relationships as if I am a problem for them. And I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, I know I don't want to do it. Let's just be honest. I know I don't want to do that. I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I'm having a problem processing very many things right now. As far as relationships go, I don't think I have any more to give anybody. I'm in this place where it's like people have behaved badly toward me my whole life, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of, like, I feel like the onus is always on me to perform better, to be more empathetic, to be more gracious. I always have to give people grace because they are or they can't or they don't have or don't know or blah 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 whatever. But I don't receive grace. I don't I don't feel like people look at me and go, "You know what? She's a whole human being with feelings and I could probably treat her better." Nobody says that. People just go on about their lives, doing what they do, feeling what they feel, saying what they say, being who they are with no regard for who I am, what I need, what I feel, what I think, what I want. Nobody considers me. So I have taken it on as my job to consider me, to look out for me, to protect me, to love on me, to accept me. I'm all right. But it's like everybody out here they have lots of judgment to give me. They don't have a lot of support or empathy to give me. I can always go outside and get judgment from somebody who claims to be my family most of the time. But I cannot go out of here and just as easily get support or encouragement or any kind of help whatsoever. It's not going to come freely for me. But yet, because I know better, or because I aspire to be spiritually strong and sound, I'm supposed to give grace, be empathetic, be compassionate, be understanding, be logical, be rational, be forgiving. I don't get that in return or first or any. People just don't have it for me. I don't like it. I hate it here. I mean, we can talk about career and all that. I love my career, my chosen career, my design and renovation career. I love that stuff. I love cooking and baking. I love the results of the cooking and baking. I don't necessarily want to go in the kitchen and do all the things all the time. I don't love it that way. I love the results that I can get from people when I put my hands in the thing, because the thing's good. Okay? I like that part of it. I wish I had some help putting it together, but I really, really like the results that I get from that. Um, I'm tired of getting kicked around. Yeah, I swear, it's not like it's all bad. Like, I'm not, going into foreclosure. I'm not losing my car. I don't lack for gas money or food or clothing or shoes or some whimsical thing that I feel like ordering on Amazon or wherever. I could use any one of a million different cards to buy me something if I wanted to have something, but I don't feel like the accomplishment, the success that I think I should have at this point. Uh, I don't feel like anything is as stable or as strong as it should be for me. Um, I hated my good government job, so I eventually left it. But I waited till I got to the 30-year mark on purpose. I hated, how I felt at that moment when I left my husband. I hated that feeling. I had to make the change. I hate it here right now. Just so many things, but you don't need to worry about me because, well, not that you would, but you don't have to think this is my confessional before I kill myself on those stuff. Because, first of all, my grandson right here, grandson number one, always a reason for me to hang around. I got lots to teach him. We have many things to do, okay? It's going to take us a long time to do them, years. So, I'm going to be around. My new grandbaby, I swear, the whole world just disappears and everything just ceases to matter when I'm in the room holding him. It's just, the baby's magical. I don't know what it is. He's like a little addiction for me. I pick him up and I smell him and I kiss him on his cheek and his temple. Not his cheeks, but his temples and his forehead. And I just rest his face against mine. I love that little baby. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying. Can anybody relate? I just don't like this stuff. And I know we all go through things. I swear, all the days that I was, cramming and getting all my documents together and buying ink and printing and working on my arguments and this and that and talking to lawyers and all the days leading up to court, I just had this feeling in the back of my head. And I said to a couple of people, you know, I believe God is faithful, and I believe that just like He has always been there for me, He will be there. But I just can't shake the feeling that this might be a chance, this might be an experience where I'm more like Job in the example, and how he lost everything, before he was rewarded with 10 times as much. I just felt like this is probably going to be a time where I lose a lot. And maybe down the road I will get back a whole lot more than I ever lost. But yeah, I just felt that coming. But when it happened, I was like, wow. I was reeling. I was having like an out of body experience. I couldn't believe that happened though that way, because it shouldn't have happened that way. And when I tell you the number, I'm not going to tell you the number, but it's a ridiculous number that I'm looking at. So, yeah. I hate it here. My body won't do what I want it to do. I'm the fattest I've ever been. I'm the slowest. I'm the weakest I've ever been. I don't like any of this. And somebody's sitting there cynical going, well, change it then. Oh, if it were that easy, I would have done it. I've been trying to find a way to get it done, but I don't have it. It's not coming to me. I hate it here. I really do. But those two little boys. But for those two little boys. Yeah, all of my kids are doing what they want to do. And short of just standing in front of them, threatening to get run over, I just can't make them do what I know they should or could be doing. It's just not how it works. I can't punish my youngest enough. I can't threaten him enough. I can't reason with him enough. I can't make him hear me. I can't make him less determined to do what he wants to do. The hardest part of parenting is letting go and letting them figure it out. It's like, there's a little bit of that apprehension when they're like toddlers learning to walk. You hold the hand, you don't want to let him go because, oh, what if he falls on his face? Oh, God, what if he hits his head? You want to just, it's hard to let it go, but you eventually do let that hand go and they go do what they got to do. And if they fall, you just close your eyes, don't look. But you just help them back up. I guess it's the same when they're old. You just let it go. And when they fall on their face, you just help them back up. But it's getting harder, though, because they say things and they look you in your face, and the disrespect is just too much to handle some days. It's like they just don't get it. And I've learned that when I talk to them, I need to realize my triggers and not respond the way that I've been responding, because two things that set me off and send me on a tangent: if you say I don't care, and if you say I'm being negative because I said something you ain't want to hear. Don't call me negative. I'm not negative. And nobody has ever cared about you more than I ever did. Ever. Nobody. They couldn't possibly. Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. No. So yeah. It's dark. It's savage. It's evil. I don't like it. I don't like none of it. What's good in my life? Plenty. I have lists and lists of things to be thankful for every day. The top 4, I always have gratitude for: something to eat, somewhere to live, something to do, and something to hope for. I have lots to hope for because for real, I'm on the ground right now. It's not like, rock bottom, but it's pretty damn close. So, yeah, I hate it here. I'm trying to go up. I was telling my son the other day, look, after I was talking to him, he was complaining about something right after I got from court, and eventually I just waited for him to stop talking, and I said, you know what? I lost so-and-so amount of money today. And he paused and he said, what? How'd you do that? So I explained. Oh. But how did you lose? It seems so obvious. But anyway, yeah, it's like, I just hate it here. Not rock bottom, but not far from it. I'm ready for a win. I was telling him, why am I always losing something? I have had some, you know, life for me ain't been no crystal stair, but I have overcome some things, moments. I have had several, by the skin of my teeth and by the grace of God, I got out of that. I've had some, yes, 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 amen. He saved me, but I haven't had a lot of wins. I haven't had a lot of wins. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. But I gotta tell you, on Thursday all day, I was thinking, like, why have you forsaken me, Lord? Like, it's not like I was going to stop talking to him or dealing with him or following him or any of that, but I had to have a real, real heart to heart about, like, I'm upset right now, and I don't even know if you can say that. Like, God, I don't know how to take you right now. I'm pretty upset with you because I don't understand what you're taking me through. And I know Faith should have said to me, it's not over and it's going to be all right when it finally is over, but it's just gut wrenching. Like, I can imagine how people feel sometimes when they get to that point and they're like, I just don't want to do this no more because wherever I'm going after this is way better than this could ever be. And I'm tired of doing this. So I feel all the feelings, but I'm not ready to, just take myself out or anything. So don't think that. Because again, if not for the grace of God and these two little baby boys, I don't know. How would I do it? I don't know. Because I ain't really feeling like I should be hurting me. I'm feeling like me and everybody else should just be trying to find ways to show me love. And I keep thinking about, like my cousin turned me on to these Dr. Brene Brown videos. And she's always talking about showing up and being seen and how courageous it is to be vulnerable. Well, I can't trust people. So I can't be vulnerable around my people. And I thought today, like, this is really getting bad, Floyd. So either you're going to have to write it down. I can't write poems no more because I can't thinly veil the words. It's just what it is. I'm 51. I ain't veiling shit. It is what it is. I can't write it down because that just won't suit me right now. So let's make a video. Maybe somebody else out there is feeling like, just right there. I don't know. Maybe nobody can relate, but I feel like out is better than in. So we showing up, we being seen, even though we can't trust the people that we know with this kind of information because they think they know, but they don't really know me because they don't have time. Everybody assumes whatever about me and keep it moving because they got their own stuff. They assume usually the worst about me and they keep it moving because they assume the worst about me. Anybody think about, she so this, she so that, she too this, she too that, she not blah enough, she not XYZ enough. Her. I'm ready to find my person, my tribe, my community. I'm ready to find where I belong because I'm tired of being alone. And I don't mean my quiet, introverted, introspective time that I need to regenerate, but I'm talking about just in life feeling totally alone, abandoned, isolated, just nobody gets me. Nobody values me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody values me. I'm to be used for information or support that they need. I'm to be used for financial support. I'm to be used for, moral support. I'm to be used for so many things. I'm so useful, but I am not valuable to the same people. So yeah, Dr. Brene Brown talks a lot about, being vulnerable for people, to people, with people, because that is the true, mark of courage. Those who can't do it are cowards. Yep, big coward here. Can't trust nobody with my feelings, my stuff. And then somebody will say, you always try to make it about you. Not you always, because that ain't my thing. That's not my MO at all. But this is not about you. Why would you try to make this about you? We're talking about me. I'm so tired of talking about y'all. Y'all always got something. And you always bring it to me like I'm supposed to just care and do. And I usually just care and do because I feel sorry for your dumb ass. And because, again, held to a higher standard because you know better. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do none of it. I'm tired of these relationships. These relationships don't bring me... What's in it for me? That's my biggest question all the time. They don't bring me any satisfaction, no joy, no nothing, What's in it for me? These relationships just take from me. But they never ever give me anything I can use. What's in it for me? So the two purest relationships I have here are those with my new grandsons. The baby don't know me really yet, but I think he'll get me just like this guy right here. He gets me. I think he perceives a lot for his 4-year-old self. Because like all day, every day, he'll either walk up and give me a hug or give me a kiss. Or he'll just put his hand on me and say, Ma, I love you. Just all day, every day. All the time. No prompting necessary. I don't know what vibes I'm putting out, but you just always gotta tell me. So yeah. You ain't worry about me, but just know that I hate it here. And I don't know when it's going to change or how it's going to change, but I swear I've been busting my ass trying to do everything I could think of under the sun to make my life what I wanted it to be, what I think I deserve. I've been trying to be for other people what I think they need and what they've asked of me, those I'm obligated to or was obligated to. I've always tried to just make it, what they need. But I don't get any of the things I want or need. I'm tired of that. So yeah, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do any of these things anymore. I want some wins. I want some joy. I want some peace. And I want all the people who feel like I'm not enough or who feel like I'm not valuable to just go away. Leave me alone. I'm not working hard for these relationships that are one-sided. I've been put that behind me. I don't want one-sided relationships. No matter who you are to me in the family tree or wherever else you come from. I don't have it. I'm not working hard for these relationships. I don't have nothing else to give you, Slim. You got everything I had and you didn't do nothing with it. So, yeah, I'm going to stop investing in you and this. I hate it here. People are so awful. And they want to know why I always want to be by myself. Because in that room, that's where the people who love and trust me and who I can trust are when I'm in the room by myself. I hate it here. I don't even know what else to say. Hope it gets better. But me and my 2 grand boys, we got things to do, so don't worry about me. Toodles.